It's been called the most meaningful night in all of sports because the nationally seen Musial Awards honor athletes and coaches for integrity and sportsmanship. This year's lineup includes a couple of Baseball Hall of Famers, but in tonight's Making a Difference report, we introduce you to this year's youngest winner, just 9 years old. I traveled to Hagerstown, Maryland for a lesson in decency.
There you go.
Sometimes the warmest place you can be is on cold ice. Just ask the Georgetown Titans, who've made the 90-minute trip to Hagerstown, Maryland to take on the Hagerstown Junior Bulldogs.
Go get it, go get it, go get it!
It's rec-level hockey, where if they emphasize anything, it's that winning is in everything.
There you go, good save.
Kids have fun when they win, but the goal at this level with these kids was pretty much to get them all familiar with the sport and to have a good time.
Perhaps no player enjoys it more than Hagerstown goalie Caden Whaley.
I started skating since I was 5. You need to get the positioning down, time your butterflies right. There's a whole lot that's challenging.
And when in doubt, his goalie coach, Caden's dad, is always within shouting distance.
Well, the first thing is keep your stick down. He has a tendency to hold his stick up.
Caden clearly loves it, but as everybody found out, his passion is just secondary to his compassion. You see, the last time these two teams saw each other, the Titans showed up one man short.
Right when I came in through the door, my coach, he announced that our goalie was sick and would anyone like to substitute.
9-year-old Leopold Hilton is a forward. He's used to trying to score goals, not stop them, but he volunteered.
We melted. My husband and I were thinking, how on earth?
And what did you know about being a hockey goalie?
Nothing.
In fact, at the time, Leopold wasn't even sure how to put on the equipment.
I think you put your shin guard on first.
And when the game began, it was pretty clear that while Leopold had the will, he did not have the skill.
So in the first period, Leopold wasn't doing that well.
We were putting the hurt on him pretty bad.
The game had barely started, and it was all but over.
Yeah, they scored 7 in the first period.
How many?
7.
As the period was coming to an end, it wasn't surprising that Leopold was feeling pretty down. But so was someone else.
Leopold was a brand new goalie, and I kind of felt bad that he was doing pretty bad.
So when the first period buzzer sounded, instead of skating over to huddle with his teammates, Caden took a detour.
He skated right past our bench and right over it, and I almost missed it.
I went over, tapped him on the shoulder, and I helped him on the stance and positioning.
That's right, a Bulldog helped a Titan with a 3-minute goalie clinic.
First I was like, why is he here? But after he helped me, I realized he was trying to help.
It was just very heartwarming, very warm, very nice.
This wasn't the first time Caden showed his heart. His family used to live in Georgia, and once at an Atlanta Braves baseball game, Caden caught a foul ball and gave it to a stranger, a young girl with cancer.
He got up, walked over to her, and handed her the ball, came over and sat down, and his face was bright red and smiles, and everybody, all the fans just exploded.
I thought it was the right thing to do.
After he got a few pointers, Leopold got better. He only allowed 4 more goals the rest of the game.
It made me feel a lot happier.
The clinic lasted only 3 minutes, but the lesson, well, it lasted much longer.
We can learn from their stance on life, on we don't have to be enemies. Life is much better when you work together.
Thank you for helping me, Caden, by being a kind person.
One young man showing that the most important piece of equipment a goalie can have is heart.
I was just very proud, very proud.
That's just one of many stories you'll see at the Musial Awards here in St. Louis Saturday night for what we're told will be a sold-out show. And a reminder, if you know an inspiring person or someone making a difference, let me know personally at mbush@ksdk.com.